Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for watching. This video is intended to be the Nchardak dungeon walkthrough for the Path of Knowledge quest in the Dragonborn main questline DLC. Nethlon is a dark elf that will be escorting you through the dungeon and giving you advice along the way, but if you want to skip his dialogue and just try to breeze through the dungeon, hopefully this video will help you do so, along with finding some additional chests to help with some extra loot along the way. So Nethlon will open these doors right here, and then you'll be able to use this lever to descend into the depths of the dungeon, and more so into the heart of it. As you descend this ramp, you'll want to head to the right and go down this little grate area right here. There'll be a chest for you to loot. I believe when I went through it at level 32, it was an expert level lock. So now this is the main room of the dungeon. Once Nethlon has given you his little speech, he'll have handed you the cube. Use the cube to open up the door to the left of where you entered the dungeon and enter through that doorway. Once entering through the doorway, you'll want to move on to the left. If you circle through this area, you may be able to pick up some Dwemer metals that you can smelt later on, and some potions. After we've completed this area, this drawbridge will drop and we will be exiting through this area. You'll want to take this cube right here and then descend into the dungeon. Once you descend the ramp, you'll be in a room that has a catwalk with water levels that can ascend or descend. You want to make your way to the far end of the room and place one of your cubes into the cube holder. Go down and place your other cube into this to raise this drawbridge. Enemies will then appear at that point. After you have defeated the enemies, place your cube in the lower central cube holder that is currently residing in the water. Doing this will cause a series of stairs to be elevated and allow you to enter the uppermost door in the room. Continue up the stairs into the room, and if you head right, there will be a treasure chest. Go through the doorway and grab the cube. Head back out through the entrance. After grabbing the cube, enemies will appear and the water level will rise. After the water level has been risen, swim across the room. The elevated water level will have allowed you to reach an area that was previously unattainable. Once entering this room, enemies will appear. After defeating the enemies, grab the cube that is in the center of the room. After grabbing the cube, a centurion will come to life. Once the enemies have been defeated, place the cube in the upper cube holder and the drawbridge will ascend. This will allow you to return to the room which we previously entered. Continue to the area where Nethlon had originally handed you the cube. Place 2 cubes in the cube holders to allow the water to descend. Doing so will cause enemies to appear. Proceed to descend down the right walkway. There will be 2 dwarven ballista enemies before the doorway. Walk up the catwalk to a series of controls that will allow you to elevate or descend various series of drawbridges. Behind you, there will be a chest. Lowering the drawbridges is not necessarily required to pass through the room. If you have Whirlwind Sprint available, you can just as easily clear the walkways. Here is one of the areas you can whirlwind sprint across. You'll want to position yourself in between the pillar and the drawbridge to cross the final area. Once the final area has been crossed, proceed up the steps, and to your left will be the control. Insert the cube. This will cause the water level to decrease. Behind you, there is a treasure chest. The water level will proceed to decrease. Please head to your left where a new doorway will be available. Use the cube to open the door. A pair of spinning blades will appear. You'll have to maneuver around them. Use the cube to open the door. Once the doors are open, a new cube will be available. After picking up a cube, arrows and poison gas will start to fill the chamber, and the water level will proceed to rise to its fullest level. Head back up to the water gear level to obtain your previous cube. If you dive in the lower water level, a chest will be available, but it will need to be lockpicked. If you swim to the other side of the cavern, you will encounter a dwarven sphere enemy and a chest.
I got my scarf back from the dry cleaner.
Proceed to the main control console. Remove one of the cubes you previously placed. I erroneously moved two. This will cause the water level to rise beyond to from where the cubes can be placed.
Driving and I took a picture and I was like, no, you can't see the hair yet.
With the water level lowered, place the 4 cubes on the pedestals.
Stop it. Stop. Don't pull. Don't pull. Come on. No. You play your video games. You pay attention to me, but it sounds like you can't pull.
This will cause the drawbridge to lower, and a Dwarven Centaurian enemy to appear. Defeat the Dwarven Centaurian enemy. Okay, so now you'll want to make your way back to the main room. There is a chest and some goodies right behind the Dwarven Centaurian, but that's for you to decide if you want to loot or not. So you'll head back. You'll notice that you can the quest markers pointing to that main button right there. You can press it. It doesn't go up immediately. Nethlon will go over and start operating the thing, and then boom, there you go. There's your first Black Book Waking Dreams, and you'll get your Path of Knowledge achievement. Hope you enjoyed the video.